Hello Starbearers, this is GeoStar7 here, and I just wanted to do this quick video to give you my thoughts and opinions on the brand new Sonic the Hedgehog free trailer that Paramount Pictures has just released. I've only just managed to watch it now, and I've got to say, it looks like a very promising movie, and I am very hyped for it. So yeah, let me just tell you a little bit about the trailer and what I thought about it. Before I do, though, let me just explain a little bit. I'm sure you've guessed that I am a fan of the first two Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I was never really much of a Sonic fan growing up. Like I wasn't obsessed with the games or even that many of the animated series, if I'm being honest. Although I have played some of the games. There was a time when I was watching parts of Sonic Underground and the Sonic X series, and I did at one point own the Sonic Heroes video game on PlayStation, but really, other than that, that's pretty much it, really. But one thing I have really been enjoying is the live-action movies. Obviously, there was like we know, there was a bit of controversy at the beginning with how Sonic looked for the first movie, but they fixed it up, and when the movie was released, it was just sensational. It really was, and not just with Sonic himself, but also James Marsden with his character, and basically really all of the other live action actors as well. They really did a great job, especially Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. Oh, you know, any role that he plays, he is just golden. Like, he really did make that role just so memorable and made the movie just 10 times great. And but yeah, like I said, Sonic on his own in the first movie was great. Bringing in Tails and Knuckles in the second movie just made it so much more better, because you know, you could see, especially in the climax where you had you know, Sonic with his speed, Tails with his brains and his flying ability, Knuckles with his strength. Like, it really did feel like, you know, like something you'd get out of the games where they're all teaming together and using their different abilities. And not only that, but they really have been incorporating quite a lot of elements from the games, like obviously you have the rings, you have the Chaos Emeralds, and Sonic's powered up form that you got to see at the end of the last film as well. And yeah, it was just really great. And then they had that little teaser at the end, foreshadowing that. You know, just that if there was a third installment, they would be having Shadow, and you know, Shadow is just such an iconic character in the franchise as much as Sonic himself. It's just and so obviously the second movie was a great success, and so we have this third installment now. So anyway, let me just talk you through the trailer, and I've got to say, it really does look promising. Like, it's going to deliver so much more of what we love from the first two films. It actually starts by saying how you know, Sonic has been, you know, growing closer with you know, Tails and Knuckles and his human family, and we find out that apparently they're a team now. Like, they're officially known as Team Sonic, and apparently, I think maybe they're sometimes called upon to help sort out different things across the planet or across the world. And because in the beginning we actually get to see Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails in London. Like, we see them on different monuments, like Big Ben, the Tower Bridge. It's which for me, as someone from the UK, that's just really great to see. But obviously, like, the main focus of the film is the fact that Shadow is in it. He's broken out of this facility, and he's wreaking havoc. And they call in Team Sonic to try and fight against him and try and subdue him. But obviously, he's just so powerful. Like, he is he's like, Sonic's fast, but like, Shadow is fast to the point of teleportation. He moves so quickly, like, it's like Flash is there, and it's just and yeah, so he's a very formidable foe. Like they really showed how just this one character, this one hedgehog, is just so powerful, and it's really going to cause like even Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails together, like they're really not a match for him with and all his strength. But that's not all that they do really. Like as part, they actually dive into a little bit of Shadow's origins in this. Like this was at this like I don't really know much about Shadow as a character, like the lore and everything. But what I do know is that at some point in the past he was close friends with a girl. I think her name was Maria, and apparently she ended up dying, and that's one of the reasons why he just feels all this hatred and all this loss and all this pain inside. Like it's the complete opposite of Sonic, where he found friends, family, and love, and but inside Shadow is just so bitter. He's just lashing out, and that's part of what fuels what makes him so strong and so dangerous. And we see other things as well. Like apparently there's one point where Shadow's actually riding a motorbike, and he does the whole Akira thing where he slides on it and he takes it into the sky. And even when he's fighting against Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic, like you can see the different ways that he overpowers them and you know really manages to get the better of them. And so apparently the situation's so grim, like it's so there's like Shadow's such a formidable foe that they have no choice but to call in extra help. And who do they call in for extra help? Dr. Robotnik. Yes, so apparently he did indeed survive the climax of the second movie. It was actually left open-ended about whether he did survive or not, because they weren't sure whether or not Jim Carrey would actually come on board to do the third film, because he had stated that he had achieved quite a lot, like everything that he had wanted to as an actor, and he was actually contemplating possibly retiring from acting because he'd really achieved all that he wanted to achieve. And he was never really big on doing sequels either, because like he felt they provided no challenge to him as an actor. But yeah, he said like if he was to sign on, like it would have to be there'd have to be something really good in the script in order for him to do a sequel. And clearly he absolutely loved playing the role of Dr. Robotnik in the first two films, and so he signed on to do this one. And when we see him, we see that he's really let himself go. Like his hair's growing out. He's got a bit fat, but ultimately he does agree to help, and it seems like he will be joining forces with Sonic, saying like if I can't take over the world, then I'll help to save it. And apparently we're also going to see Dr. Robotnik's father in this, which I think is also played by Jim Carrey, which is going to be so surreal. Like one Jim Carrey's crazy enough, but having two of them and they're playing off each other with all their wild zaniness and it's just going to be so entertaining. And that's the good thing about these movies. Like they do find that balance between being serious action and having its funny moments. And like there's other moments as well in the trailer as well. Like Sonic says, "Where are we going to find this? Where are we going to find this rogue alien?" And there's an explosion below, and Tails is like, "Maybe we can start with the giant explosion." Like, hey, great idea. Let's start with the giant explosion. And then when Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic are confronting Shadow for the first time, Knuckles says, "He seems more." I can't remember what he said, but he seems more formidable than the last hedgehog I faced. And Sonic was like, "Dude, I'm standing right here." Like he's talking about the last hedgehog, and he's literally there. So yeah, it was that was just a little funny moment. But yeah, overall, this looks like a very promising trailer. Like you see quite a few trailers nowadays, and you're not too sure, like, is this really going to be worth it? Like, does this film really need to exist? Like, is this you know, it looks okay, but like, is it going to be worth my time and money? Like, after watching this trailer, I know that the movie is going to be worth my time and money. I am absolutely going to see it. It really does look like this could be the greatest installment. Actually in the trilogy so far, and who knows, we might even see more than what we're actually seeing in this trailer. There's the possibility we could see even more of the Sonic characters return, not just Shadow. But like I say, we'll just have to wait and see, and yeah, just see how great the movie is. So thank you for watching, guys. I'm glad I got to share my thoughts and opinions on this trailer with you. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video that I do. So until then, stay tuned.